Here's Haru Jun.
All right.
Always been kind of a fan favorite. Ever since he was, you know, about as tall as the bar.
I love the Twitter video, I think that his dad does, where it's like every year, it's like him playing the same song in the same outfit. You just see him get progressively bigger and bigger.
I mean, just the fact that he had a comparison video a year apart for Paranoia Revolution Challenge.
It's so crazy. Like, as young as he is, it's crazy how quickly good he's gotten. And he just exponentially keeps getting better.
It's just one of the fun stories of the community is like, what is going to happen when he's full size?
Yeah. And like, when I was his age, I kind of had the same thing where, you know, you're in high school, you have a lot of time, free time to do. Not to say, you know, DDR is the only thing he does, but, you know, when you're not an adult, you're working and worrying about all the fun adult stuff.
He does devote a lot of time, though. Like, you see him at events studying charts pretty often.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, is his chart knowledge is so good. He knows every chart.
You often see him, or his dad rather, post these GFC videos where you can tell he has very carefully planned footwork.
Yes.
30p on this via EX to beat is minus 26 from Andrew. As we've talked about so far, mostly eighth note patterns, sort of warming you into doing some doubles pad transitions. It seems like it's a pretty friendly song to start a set like this on.
Yeah.
And after a couple perfects at the start, he is just sailing in MA.
Yeah, I think all the players in this pool are probably pretty thankful getting a song like this to be the first one so they can warm up with it before getting into the harder 15s and 16s.
But what's tough is it's so competitive that you have to not just like play it well and get warmed up, but they're getting scores like minus 30.
Yeah, you have to time it really well too, so it's not easy, but at least it helps get your legs warmed up for those harder songs knowing you're going to have coming up.
Absolutely. I feel like with this format where songs are drawn randomly and the players vote on them, there has to be an unspoken agreement to give yourselves a 13. You'd be kind of crazy not to. I have not counted that many perfects.
Yeah.
If I'm going to slightly guess, maybe 10 or so?
Something like that. He's doing very well. He doesn't have a pacemaker, so it's kind of hard to tell how far off he was from his personal best of 30 perfects.
Absolutely wrecking the slightly ramping up into faster end of the song. Wow.
Yeah, very well done by Jun there.
We'll check the perfect count, but that has to be our best play yet. 12.
12, okay.
Yeah. Just looking back to see the crowd reacting to that one when someone gets a score like 12 early in the day.
Yeah, he destroyed his personal best on that one too.
Personal best EX, presumably, you can't totally be sure, but probably, and now obviously the score to beat on that song.
I wonder how many of these, like, some of these charts, if it's like, Jun hasn't played this in like a couple years, but like, you know, as good as he's gotten, I have to imagine he's going to blow past a 958K on this.
Yeah, Legend Max wound up edging out Andrew on this one by a few points. I remember the score was in the minus 80 range.
Yeah.
So far we've only dropped about 1 point here. His MA is terrifying at the end of the 16th note runs.
Yeah, and into the 12th notes too, doing very well.
Does not give anything away when the crossovers start. Little good there trying to do a crossover. That kind of thing happens. But that's the kind of thing where, like, the 3 points, you just have to move on, because if you keep good focus for the whole rest of the song, it's going to be way more important. Sometimes keeping really light form, trying to time, you can drag your foot a little and get it good on these fast crossover patterns, but I have to think he's way ahead regardless. Just completely confident hitting these 16th note triplets and longer runs without perfects. This is actually wild.
Got some perfects there, but I mean, he's doing incredibly well in this song.
So we can see at the end of the song, the actual score to beat is 1551. And there's still a bunch of notes left.
Yeah, he very comfortably beats it.
Wow. We're now in first place on 2 songs, so going to be the player threatening to take the pool.
So 36 perfects and 2 goods.
And like those 2 goods are, you know, incidental. Like they happened while he was timing runs really well. They sometimes happen, but that was like millimeters away from about a 35 PFC.
Yeah.
ALPACORE, he has a 995. Legend Max did have a PFC clocked here, but like, I think it's pretty clear that Haru Jun has probably improved his doubles ability in MA somewhat.
Yeah, and especially when you factor in not just the money score, but the EX score with Jun's insane timing.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like you get random greats and goods. Is part of the DDR experience. He starts the song white again. Keeps it up on double syncopated crossover runs, even 1 right there.
Okay, very well done on the 12s.
Still only something like 3 or 4, maybe 5 now. Yep, no question it's a song he can handle.
Now, side note, Haru Jun's also a complete beast at pump doubles too, and some of the charts that pump doubles gets up to are ridiculous. So very well adapted to doubles play on all dance games.
Yeah, I think he plays different dance games enough that he has those skills of moving fast and energy from pump, but has spent a ton of time practicing DDR timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this so far is just a showcase from Haru Jun. We'll have to see how he handles the tough runs at the end that we've talked about, but he's definitely in a significant lead.
It's just been completely clean. Nails
He
him.
handles that part perfect. The ending runs are fast, but not as complex as the ones he's already done. Here goes up for the PFC.
The PFC on it. 36 perfect PFC.
Which is the score that he, for all intents and purposes, just got on Astrogazer as
very
well.
consistent.
So that was, yeah, very, very tough to beat for track.
All right. So we're going to have our last contestant coming up here, and then after that, we do have our card draw for the next round, and I think we can go over that once we get to it.
That's it. See you next.
So we've got the Phenom coming up. I just got a chance to watch him over in Pump. He was locked in, placed top 4 over there, placed 3rd overall. Fantastic member of the community representing the new school.
Yeah, absolutely. Haru Jun is just insanely good at this game. Like, been playing the game since I don't even know how young he was. He's only, what, like 15?
I think 15 now, yeah, definitely. So it's been a couple of years. It started around the beginning of the pandemic, I believe, right? So if we're going off of that time frame, definitely around 11, 12, right? But it's harnessed his craft. He has a level of discipline I don't see even like older players having. Like, you know, players of my generation that are, you know, in their 30s, you know, and are like have played this game forever. Jun has so much discipline. You look at his face, he's locked in at all times. You can just watch him play. He has confidence in his steps and his motions. So really excited to see him play.
Yeah, same. Also curious to see if he has scores on these charts.
Yeah.
And if so, how much he beats them by. And how, basically, how old are these scores?
Exactly. So it's right here. You're seeing a 940 on Paranoia Rebirth. Is that an old score? Is it a new score?
That's definitely old.
It has to be an old score. Yeah. So we're going to see how well he does here. But interesting that he opted for Rebirth first, whereas MCAP opted for it last. So it's interesting to see the strategies that they're picking out as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely clean start.
Picking up some flows too, probably that transition from playing pumps and playing on the gold cap.
Absolutely.
But handling this extremely well.
But look at this MA, right, Knight?
Yeah.
I mean, he's just absolutely crushing it. Handling the transitions like an absolute pro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we crossed into 160. Let's see where he lands here. Just keeps it through 223. Right there. I don't want to curse him, but he's having a great run right now.
Yeah. And on some level, right, you expect him to do well. Like, he's definitely like one of the best doubles players, I would say. In the world.
Absolutely.
And this is only a 13, but like it's a very tricky 13. Like, you saw the other players handle it. They're no slouches either. It's like it's a very tricky chart to stay locked in on, but he's doing incredibly well.
But you watch just his transitions, the discipline to make sure that he's following through and positioning his body in just the right strength. Getting those hips in right position. You'll see him lower himself just to get that extra boost of speed, just to make sure that he's hitting as nice as possible. Is he going to get it? Gets the piff, 423. Let's see what the perfect combo came out to be. Or perfect. Oh, wow, 18. Absolutely cracked right there.
Yeah,
absolutely cracked one. That 940 is an old score. Has to be. Absolutely has to be. So, absolutely destroys round one there. And we're going to go into, which one are we going into? Saga?
Looks like Saga.
Yeah, looks like Saga.
This might be a little bit more recent.
996. Let's see if he can get the fifth here. You know, and of course, he's playing with a -1 modifier, you know, so he obviously knows what he's doing around timing. We clearly just saw that there. So let's see what Jun does. I mean, there's a reason we call him the Phenom. So, opting for 2.5. You'll also notice that his arrows are not in alignment with the actual bars coming up.
Wow,
which is very interesting.
He uses that setup.
He uses the offset setup, which is
interesting. I don't think I've ever seen anyone play with that before.
But he is killing it right now. You can definitely see it. Handling all the changes very easily. Oh, did you see that transition? It was so quick. And here he goes, handling the slowdown. Very, very well done. Coming into 150 on the combo.
Yeah, absolutely locked in.
He's playing so smooth. He's loose. He's playing with like a level of confidence that you're not seeing a lot because of the level of competition. But he is just absolutely out here destroying it right now. What a great run. Here we go, crossing the 280 mark, continuing to keep the dip. Will he complete it? Into 300. Absolutely handles Saga like an absolute boss here. And the Phenom crushes it with a 353 PFC. 12. That is 12 on Saga. That is absolutely cracked. Chat, let's give it up for Jun. 100% right there. 2 PFCs back-to-back with a combination of 30 perfects across 2 tricky 13s. Not difficult, per se, but tricky, right?
Well, I mean, honestly, Rebirth is just difficult, and I would say Saga is too. This is definitely the easiest of the 3 charts.
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah.
terms of like what is asked of you. But like Rebirth, it has some gaps, but it does have all of those constant transitions, and it's a 190 BPM, which like that can be tough to keep up with.
Absolutely.
And like say, Saga has a very particular way it wants you to play around the patterns. If you try to just play it like a normal chart, it's going to chew you up and spit you out. So like I would call them both on the harder end of 13. It's not the hardest, but they're tough.
Keeping the MFC through 25. Here we go again. Dirty Digital Challenge.
Let's see this screen.
Oh my word. Jun is locked in. 3 perfects in on that. So far, really, really great run. Strong start to Jun. Let's see how he handles the rest of the chart. He is just skipping through those 16s. Oh, unfortunately picks up his first grade of his set right there in this transition.
MA on point, however. He's got what, like 5, 6 perfects?
Yep. There's a couple more, but seriously, it's gonna be pretty low. And due to his strong start from the first 2, you know, he can give up a little bit here and not terribly worry too much. Anytime you PFC 2 songs in your set already, you know, that gives you a little bit of an advantage. So here we go. Into the jumps, hits them with 0 issues. Again, just skipping through those 16s like butter. Incredible footwork between the pads. You can see he's consistently hitting the squares exactly where they need to be landing right in the middle of the pads. It's interesting. He was hitting it with his heels more as he was transitioning through and hitting it dead center every single time. He knew exactly where he wanted to hit when he wanted to hit it.
Yeah, and it comes from, I think, playing more on pads that are a little bit closer to stock, so you don't want to take any chances of just like barely catching an interceptor or something.
Especially with the gold cap.
Yeah.
Jun has such a tall order ahead of him, but if anybody can do something impressive to take in and hop over,
it would have to be
it's
Jun,
going to be
right?
Jun, right? I mean, his skill in doubles is incredible. I saw him earlier in conference, but DDR as well. Like, he just knows where to be. Right. So we're going to see. He's running to Sekai no Hare first, right? So here we are. Going for the MA pick.
Yeah, let's see how he does on it.
Right. Now remind us all, what was Jun's pick?
Jun's pick was Rising Firehawk.
Rising Firehawk. Okay, so here we go. So Siege is calling another incoming world record. Boy, wouldn't that be a thing. So let's see.
World record is 8 on this, so that would be quite the sight to behold.
So there's one.
Makes 3, I think. This is the level of competition we have, right? We're literally counting perfects,
right?
And we're comparing it to world record. Like that's where we're at right now.
I mean, that just shows the incredible level of talent that we have here in the States, right? The incredible amount of talent that we have in the doubles arena. Like, these are people who are at the top of their craft, Jun especially, and being so young, right? Having that level of discipline and focus is not something you see in somebody of that age a lot of times. But Jun is leading this. He is spearheading and competing with people that are his seniors by 10, 20 years and still absolutely hanging with these professionals. Yeah. Honing his craft, it's so awe-inspiring. Masters the warp, no issues there.
A couple perfects, I think, but apart from that.
Sure. Still a very,
we do
very
have to call it out
run.
because of just like how tight the field is.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. But just look at that clean footwork. What in the world was that run? Wow, 1595.
So that I don't think that's a world record, but it might be Ben.
10.
It ties
10.
It ties Ben's PB.
2 off of the world record. So, Siege, you were not that far off. And that's what we're talking about here at Mistake on the Lake 5. We are going to have instances like that where you have people like Jun coming in and saying, we're incoming world record. It's not just a meme statement inside of a chat. It's legit. We have that level of competition here. So here comes Revolution. Here comes Revolution. What do you think is going to happen here?
I cannot even begin to guess.
Well, he's got a 994 on it and a good full combo.
Well, I think he's got a 993 with something and a great full combo. So, like, right there.
Right. So we'll see. If he can keep that perfect count lower, he's definitely gonna hop in there. And again, he's very comfortable with high BPM, high speed charts, right? You can see him just kind of skating across paths.
Yeah.
Makes those hit movements, just turning left, right, handling it with ease. I mean, look at the Mars on that. That's just ridiculous.
All 4 of our competitors in finals are world class. Let's be honest.
Oh, 100%.
Not arguing that Jun is world class. That's a fact. But so are our other competitors, and that's why we don't know who's winning yet.
No. But look at this run by Jun. He has come to play. This is an amazingly clean run. Oh my word. The fact that we're 300 combos in, we're already very, very close to 1,000, right? I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah. This is very, very clean. The Marvelous is pretty much just pasted on the screen.
It really
not
is.
moving.
It's gonna burn in on the cap if he keeps playing. Takes a quick break here, catches his breath. Back half now. Just jumps into the clean step. Look at that. Yeah. Back and forth across the pad. He's doing it with no.
Here's the question mark.
I think really the question's been answered.
Got a few perfects, but that's it. There's
a few greats in there too.
A couple perfects.
Knight, what do you even say as we go into the 12s? Like, that was just an insane run.
It ain't over yet.
What in the world? 2244. Revolution. Jun absolutely destroyed that chart. 35 and 2. 35 and 2.
That's disgusting.
Are you kidding me? 4K up score. 99,857 on the money score. Not that it matters here, but a new PB for Jun as well here at Mistake on the Lake 5. I gotta agree. It's clean and disgusting at the same time, depending on which way you're doing it. Now, he does a slight offset adjustment. He moved it from 1.1 to 1.2. Maybe feeling something there?
Also, it could be that. It could also just be like knowing what the sync feels like to him on this.
Rising Firehawk, yeah.
To adjust slightly for it.
Yeah, no, very smart gameplay by Haru Jun. Coming in here, and this was his pick, right? This was his pick. He knew it was a difficult one. Moving with such precision and swagger, you know that this was his pick. You can, even if you didn't know what the picks were beforehand, just watching Jun and the way that he's playing right now with the confidence that he has, especially after that Revolution run, he's absolutely destroying it right now here. I'm telling you, we're going to have a marvelous burn in here with Jun playing right now. He is absolutely playing out of his mind.
He got to start playing with the combo behind the arrows to save the strings.
Right? What in the world? We're going into the break with the PFC. How will he finish this off?
Ryudo, this is top 4.
This is top 4, yeah. This is actually our final competitor, correct?
It is, yes.
So So we'll be announcing how they all play out. But look at this amazing run by Jun today, living in the moment right now, not letting anything phase him. This is absolutely incredible night. We are witnessing something amazing. Gets the great. That's okay. That's
Those
okay.
sweeps are insane. I don't know what else to call them.
What in the world? 1940 on Rising Firehawk. What an absolutely crack performance. 53-1. The world record on that, for reference, is 44 perfects. Jun came so close.
That was a heck of a
Jun's
run.
best is a 60 PFC, right? So, wow. Just wow. What in the world did we just witness?
That's it.
We witnessed
See you
some
next.
world-class doubles DDR.
Oh my word. So Rana, I think that Rana is going to go ahead and get the top 4 up here,
Yep.
right? So we're definitely going to see them. T-Swag announcing first that T-Swag came in 4th, right? So excellent performance by the top hat aficionado. In 3rd is No Bar Ben. Kevin takes 2nd.
Imagine
so that
getting a world
means-
record and getting 2nd place.
Right, exactly. Only a mistake on the leg. Jun with his cracked performances right there. Let's give it up for the top 4. Let's give it up for them. Can we switch it over to us for a quick second? I'm going to switch over the camera and look at this. Look at this. Look at this these incredible 4 players. What talent, representing both old and new schools. Bar play, no bar play. I mean,
We
what
got it
else do
all.
you say? What else do you say to that? That was one of the most insane performances of any sort of DDR tournament I've ever seen in my life. We had it all.
Well, keep watching. Top 16 bracket's going to be ridiculous. I'm
Right,
quite sure.
exactly. Tune in on
For
Sunday,
singles.
right? Absolutely. Now, Rana did have an announcement to make around freestyle as well. Is that correct? Did you want to say something around freestyle? No? Okay. Never mind. So disregard that. But yes, you're absolutely right. 4 goes. So look, Mistake on like 5. Again, special shout out to all of our sponsors. Round 1 Mentor, of course, the venue, Black Flag Academy, ConCon by Emu, and Mosaic Paw Print. Most importantly of all, our Ohio DDR team.
Absolutely.
Knight, anything else you want to say before we sign off?
You covered it.
Awesome.
You covered it.
Well, thank you so much
been
for
a
being my
pleasure.
partner. Absolutely. I will commentate with you anytime, sir.
Likewise.
Appreciate everything that's going on. Thank you all. This is Dusk and Night signing off. Love you all. Mistake on like 5 continues tomorrow. Top 16 in DDR signals. We'll see you then.
Don't
Bye.
miss it.